IPMNation.com.
All right. Well, I guess we're not getting an intro. There you go. Out of sight, out of mind. All right, out of sight. What are you going to do? Oh, we could do this to kick off the show. I mean, it is 11 a.m. Eastern.
All Natural Being. Warning, All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy is designed to shake your sense of self to the core.
It's full contact psychology with an empowering twist, a philosophical loofah for your soul.
For those of you not ready or comfortable releasing your inner superhuman, listener discretion is advised.
Here's your host,
Brian Brawdy.
Welcome to All Natural Being. As the announcer says, I'm Brian, fired up to be kicking off, I think today's Monday, kicking off the week with you here, All Natural Being on IPMNation.com. It's a show. Oh, I forgot to check. I'm sure we're still number one. I was going to check this morning. I think we're probably still number one. And we're number one. This is like our 86th, 87th, something like that episode. And I believe the reason we're number one is this is a show about you, the real you, the true you, the authentic you, the not mashugana you, the you that I think you're going to have to revive. Future looks pretty crazy. And I think the people that are going to do the best no matter what fate throws at us in the future, the people that are going to do the best are the ones that have tapped in their all-natural being, right? That have revived their inner superhuman, that have unlocked their metahuman. They're going to be the ones that no matter what happens, they're going to be the ones that can confront anything, do it with a smile on their face, and come out with a win on the other end. And that's ultimately why I do this show day in and day out. Well, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time, with the rebroadcast at 8 p.m. that evening, and then again the following morning, 7 a.m. Eastern. So I do the show all the time because I think all you got to do is look at the news. Yeah, we're going to need our inner superhuman to survive, just to be able to have fun in the future. And that's why we do the show, as I say, because I'm on your side, even when you're not. Even in those times where you've forgotten who you are. It's not, everyone says, oh, I'm waiting to be transformed, transfigured. I can't wait. But it's not about transformation. It's about restoration. It's about returning to who you already are. That all-natural being that sits within you. Now, whether you're an extrovert or an introvert, amnivert, I suspect, if you're like me, you're probably that way. Sometimes you don't mind being outgoing in a crowd, and other times you just want to kind of hunker down inside of your own mind because you realize a large percentage of the crowd is bat crap crazy, right? Just nuts. So you go, okay, well, then I'll just kind of hunker down here on my own, do a little bit of breathing. We got a bunch of stuff to get in today, including my dog, Brash. For those of you that have a chance to meet Brash, Brash was the perfect name because it's the exact opposite of how Brash is as a human being. Pretty laid back, got a one-track mind. We're going to go into that. Oh, and I also want to say hello to a good friend of mine, maybe listening this morning, Jess, and talk about how time flies. I mean, just clicking by. So if you haven't tapped into your all-natural being already, better get on it. Why don't we jump into that right now? I was just talking to my friend Jess. 10 years ago, 10 years, a decade ago, he and I, with our friend Mike and some other folks, went to Wudang Mountain in China. Now, for more than one reason, it was an absolutely fantastic trip for me. Ultimately, I came away with a good bit of what I do now in All Natural Being. The word Wudang, in terms of the mountain, the name of the mountain, Wudang, means grand harmony. And it's the way that the people harmonize with the mountain, the temples harmonize, everything harmonizes with the mountain. But what I took away from it after spending time with the monks and the masters and everyone that I met while I was there is that it is representative of the grand harmony, the harmony of your heart and your head. That was the beginning of my belief in all natural being, that it truly was and truly is the harmony between your heart and your head, between you and your surroundings, between you and the labyrinth. That grand harmony is the key to all of life. So we'll get into that in a later episode down the road. But what I want to talk about today, so I heard, just speaking to Jess a little bit ago, it's like, that's been a decade. It's flown by. How about your last decade? Has it flown by as well? And why that's a big deal is that we could ask ourselves, well, what the hell are we waiting for? If we want to be happy, if we want to be successful, if we want to be in loving relationships, if we want to be a badass, however you define it, what are we waiting for? 10 years goes by like that. Unbelievable. I can't imagine. It's already been a decade. How about you? How's the last decade looked for you? Now, this is not to qualify going, oh, it's been a great decade or it's been a mediocre decade. I just meant, how quickly has it gone? And you and I will be hanging out, hopefully a decade from now, and go back and go, holy crap, do you remember that one time you said a decade went by like that, and all of a sudden we're here? It's like 2 decades have gone by now? So is today the day you finally decide to release your all-natural being? Unlock your meta-human. Revive your inner superhuman and let him or her or him out into the world. Because I don't know what you and I are waiting on. Time is just flying. And the grand harmony that you and I are a part of is kind of sitting back waiting for us to go, hello, work with me, work with me. It's time to get a move on. Grand harmony over here. Want you to jump in, dovetail. Let's get going. And you and I go, oh, I got a bucket list. I get a carrot at the end of the stick. Oh, I'm getting a pedicure at 5 o'clock. Pedicure. I had someone say that over the weekend. I'm getting a pedicure at 5 o'clock. All righty then. We've got all these things we need to get done today, but how about the grand harmony? How about getting our head and our heart to dovetail in this moment, in the labyrinth? Now, I believe it was on Friday. I'll talk to you about my road trip here in a little bit, but I believe I said on Friday the whole thing about your unique genetic, introvert, extrovert, however you want to do it. All those different things that make you, you. That unique genetic code. When you take that and you drop it into this very instant, in the labyrinth of all of time, into the grand harmony that is this moment, it's the perfect combination. It's the code for your soul, the cipher for your soul. I like that. It's your soul's cipher. Your unique blend, blended into this unique moment in all of time. That's like King Arthur pulling the sword from the stone. And I found it interesting. Right after we did that show, I saw this little thing where they think they may have unearthed a particular island. They may have unearthed King Arthur. Now I know some say he never lived. Others said he's a hodgepodge of 30 or 40 other people. Who knows? Who cares? I don't. Great myth. Great legend, whatever you want to do. So if there was a guy pulled a sword from the stone, and it's a myth, then that myth is here to help support you. Find it funny that, of course, they find this island right as there's another King Arthur movie coming out. Oh, marketing. These guys are shrewd. Guys and girls. Don't want anyone to say I'm mansplaining. But your unique blend of genetic componentry, blending with this unique moment in all of time. That's what the universe is waiting for. Now, you go, oh, Brad, that's terribly optimistic. That's terribly motivational of you. Be careful. You're going to ask us to be walking on a bed of hot coals here in a little while. No, I don't mean that to be motivational. I mean it to be a simply a statement of fact. No Pollyanna nonsense. No spiritual hooey. Hookum, I think it was called. Just a statement of fact. Your unique blend of genetic makeup in this particular moment in all of time is the stone waiting for you to pull the sword out, waiting for you to release your all-natural being. And when you do that, which is funny because we're going to talk about this morning. The 10 benefits of meditating. Ay, 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 ay. Really? More mindfulness meditation crap? Here's the scoop. There are no benefits. No benefits to meditation. No benefits to mindfulness. Other than the underlying one, that you get to lose your amnesia. You get to reconnect to who you really are. So we're going to look at some of the things that are being sold. Saying, here's a benefit of meditation. The benefit of meditation is that you get to be you. Pre-baggage, pre-mashugana, pre-scaffolding, pre-everything. Not all that hard to sell, I wouldn't think. Except when you look around. Which leads me, you know what, let's do this. We'll do a quick break. Station break, as it were. And then we're going to get back to my guru, Brash. Popular now. I am not your guru. Well, I have a guru. It's my dog, Brash. We'll be right back.
IPMNation.com.
IPMNation.com. So, my guru, Brash. My white lab. I put a picture up on Facebook a little bit ago in case anyone doesn't know. Great being. Just an absolute great being. Matter of fact, when we came up with the name of Brash, it's because he is absolutely the direct opposite of that. Nothing ever riles him. Although, I was very surprised. This weekend, we were doing a little bit of traveling. This weekend, where we were staying, a raccoon came in the garage. And I actually heard Brash only the 4th time in his life. He's an old dog. 4th time in his life, I heard him bark. Apparently, Brash is pretty easygoing till a raccoon catches him off guard in the garage. So, this is not about Brash being a dog and barking at a raccoon. It was nice to hear something other than the sound of cicadas. Cicadas everywhere in the Cleveland area, at least the area I was in. Good golly, you look at the bottom of these leaves, these things are all over the place. So in any event, Brash, my guru. Here's what I realized. Put Brash in the car, because he comes on all the family outings, right? We'd take Brash wherever we go. Put him in a car, go for a couple hours, hit a rest area. Everyone else is like, I want a drink. I want some cookies. Which is just an absolute flashback if you're a parent. You remember when you were a little kid in the car going, how much longer till we're there? And then you jump ahead so many years. Now, you're the one hearing that same question. You go, really? Did I keep asking that as many times as I did? How much longer? How much longer? How much longer? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Oh. Books on tape. Let me tell you, that's the way to do it if you're going to do a drive. Oh, and I should also thank the Thruway Authority, because when you put 100 miles, one lane, oh, that was some brutal traffic. Kind of like doubled our travel time. And I'm curious, do you ever wonder, like if the Thruway is going to be under construction and it's really going to be a crappy journey, shouldn't they cut the toll in half? Shouldn't they make some type of compensation going, look, we know you pay for like a 4-lane super duper highway thing, but you're only going to get 25% of that. It's not going to be super. It's going to be pretty sucky. So we'll cut the fare in half. Oh, no. No. Where do you think you are? A restaurant? A steakhouse? You get to send your meal back if it wasn't cooked right, and they give you like half off, or they comp the meal? No comp in here. No. So in any event, we're driving. Open up the back. Brash goes to get out. What does he have? Same here. You see the picture. Little ball. No matter where Brash is, no matter what he's doing, you know what he wants to do? Play catch. That's it. Wants to play catch. You get up 2 a.m. Meet Brash in the hallway. He's got the ball in his mouth. Get ready to go to bed. 8 o'clock at night. You look down. There's Brash at the foot of the bed. He's got a ball in the mouth. Noon. Anytime. Any event. You think about it. It's a hot day, so you get him a nice ice cube, because I give him ice cubes as treats. Give him a nice ice cube. He'll look at you. Like, hey, jackass, I got the ball in my mouth. Can we get the ice cube later? Do you see me sitting here with this ball in my mouth? So you could say, I would imagine, Brash has a one-track mind. He wants to play catch. He wants to play. He wants you to throw the ball. He wants to run like a madman to get the ball and bring it back to you. That's what he does. That's Brash's brain. He loves to play catch. He's not stressed. He's not distracted. Not worried about, any female poodles. Maybe I better hold in my stomach while I run by. No, Brash doesn't care. Brash wants to play catch. He doesn't give a crap how he looks. He'll come back through. You throw the ball and it gets to the woods, he'll come back, he'll tumble. And then he'll come back, he'll look like a Dalmatian by the time he gets back from the woods with that ball. He doesn't care. Doesn't care if there's other poodles looking around. Oh, did you see that guy run by? Brash doesn't care. Brash's like, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. Brash's mind is here to do what he loves. So let me ask you, are you doing what you love? Oh, Bri, I can't. I got to get the oil changed. I got to go to the grocery store. I got to get a pedicure. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to do all these other things. I don't have time today to do the one thing I love. All right, so imagine that's true. Imagine you found yourself saying that. What if for 20 minutes today, 1/72nd of your day, as you know, a 20-minute victory, what if you were to say, no more bucket list, no more to-do list, no more cares, no more anything. What do I love to do? If I had something like Brash, what would that thing be? And it's my interpretation that that's genetically encoded in you. So in the big debate between nature and nurture, what if we called it naturally nurturing or nurturing naturally? Tomato, tomato, who cares? Encoded in who you are. That moment in all of time, waiting for you to pull the sword from the stone. What do you love to do? What do you absolutely dig doing? And what if we were going to do that right now for 20 minutes? What if we gave ourselves permission to smile like we mean it? What would you do? Maybe get out your logbook, your evidence blotter, your journal, whatever you call it, your little pad, whatever you call it, and write down. If I had 20 minutes to myself, which you do because you're the timekeeper, you're in charge, right? You have the green flag and the checkered flag. You're the deal. You could give yourself 20 minutes right now. What would you do to make yourself happy? And the moment those other voices pop in, oh, well, you have responsibilities. You have to do this. You have to do that. All these different things. Meditation is alleged. All the people that want to teach you meditation, what do they promise you? Oh, here are the top 10 benefits. There's not 10 benefits. There's one benefit. You get to reconnect to who you've always been, who you really are. That's it. And we'll be coming out, but maybe later this week. I'm so excited. I'm learning so much more. We got the computers around the way, the cameras. We're going to start doing a full television show. All Natural Being is going to be, is it fair? That's a little much to say TV show. But it will be broadcast video. And then, you know me, we're going to pick a show that airs in this time slot. And then we're going to say, okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going after that show. Oh, you're going to be like that. Yes, we are. Because it's going to be a show about you. I want you to tune in and go, you know what? Every time I watch Brian, always focusing on is what it takes to make me happy. That's the focus of All Natural Being. And do you want to know why? People says, oh, that's very nice of you. You're always worried about other people. Well, yeah. No. I mean, I am. I think it's great, but I'm doing it selfishly. Why is that selfish to me? Because I believe if we all started running around with a smile on our face, we wouldn't have time to be killing each other. We wouldn't have time to be attacking each other verbally, philosophically, physically, mortally. If we were all happy, we all had a smile on our face. We all had a sense of gratitude for being put here in the first place, then there wouldn't be all the craziness in the world. And I believe key to happiness, remember who the hell you are. Key to fulfillment, wait for it. Oh, I'll bang the gong. We'll open with the gong. Gong. Key to that, remembering who you are. Key to being compassionate, key to forgiveness, happiness, spiritual fulfillment, success, personally, professionally, athletically, remember who you are. It's really that simple. And how do you remember who you are? Remind the mind who works for who. There you go. There's your meditation, your mindfulness, distilled down into 1 20-second victory. You breathe in. Deep a breath as you can pull in. You exhale. Scan your immediate horizon, those things around you. And then you think. Then you talk. Then you take action. Then you say thanks. Then you tap into your energy. Whatever that's going to be. But when you and I take the time to remember who we were pre-amnesia, pre-blind spots. That's what a blind spot is, right? Blind spot. You can't see it. We take the time to remember who we ultimately are. That's meditation. Or, as I like to call it, elite mindfulness. Meditation for the modern mind. Meditation for the rest of us. Meditation without all the hooey. Look, if I wanted to do gymnastics, I'd be a gymnast. Meditation for the rest of us. Meditation is nothing more than remembering who you are. That awareness, being able to sit there and go, yeah, I made a Teflon. Crazy ass opinion of some of these other people. I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm not going to get riled up. I'm not going to get all worked up. I'll be like Brash. I don't care. You know, I'll bet you if there was a thunderstorm, I play catch with Brash in the dark. He doesn't care. Sun's up, sun's down, raining, not raining. Brash is ready to go. He's playing ball. What's it going to take for you to play ball? What is that one thing you love? Now, some of you might be going, oh, Brian, it's been so long, man. I don't know. What if you did know? I'm with you. There are times where in my past where I've looked back and go, you know what? I don't know. So what if you and I pretended like we did know? Imagine, just for 20 seconds. Breathe in, exhale. Pretend that you did know what made you happy. What would it be? And then think on that. What would it be? Now, you may already have an answer, and there may be more than one thing. I guess arguably you could say Brash loves having his stomach rubbed, his belly rubbed. He loves that. He loves if you're on the floor stretching after your workout, he loves to come over and throw himself right into you. He loves that. So maybe there are a couple things. Loves playing catch. Loves having his belly rubbed. Loves throwing himself, right? He likes that. He likes that contact. He'll come and knock you down if you're not careful. What do you love? Maybe there are a couple things. Then write it down. You can't fail because it's up to you. You're the boss. You're in charge. What would you do? Now you know meditation. Now you know mindfulness. Why I call it mindlessness. Right? But I guess they go, oh no, we're going to sell books. We better call it mindful. No one likes less. Except my friend's name Les. I'm pretty sure they dig the name Les. A couple of them jump to mind. When you and I remember who we are, and we do that by reconnecting to our core, what makes us happy? Your unique genetic blend. I hear people say all the time, oh, it's just, I'm genetically predisposed. And if you watch, and if you really listen at times ago, I'm genetically predisposed to, and then the blank is always something negative. So what? Great. You want to believe you're predisposed to some negative stuff? Fantastic. I'm here to tell you that you're also then predisposed genetically to some positive stuff, some cool stuff, some fun stuff. It's okay to smile like you mean it. It's okay. Don't listen to other people. Oh, you can't smile. Got to keep the nose to the grindstone. Oh, great. Oh, here's just some more. I forget all the time. Please, 331-684-7685. 331-684-SOUL, SOUL. And again, it's going to take me a while to stop laughing whenever I hear that, because I had someone say to me, oh, I thought it was SOLE, like I was Al Bundy in Married with Children. I'm a shoe salesman. So it was a joke. I'm sure it was. Not making fun of anybody. Fantastic. But every time I look down at it now and go, hey, send me a text, and I see something on Facebook. Did I really say? I meant to say bat crap crazy. Did I really say bat shit? Because I'm doing my best to keep our clean rating in YouTunes. iTunes. Sorry. YouTube, iTunes. Hey, what are you going to do? So did I really say that? All right, I guess I did. I'll take your word for it. If I listen to the rebroadcast further. I thought I said bat crap crazy, but you know what the crowd is like. Come on. You know. All the gossamer clutch. Can't say anything. All the counterfeit human beings running around, masquerading like they have real minds, but yet they're such a pincushion, they can be perforated at every turn. How do you get to call that a mind? How do you get to call that a mind? Oh, he said some very rude things. Remember the Jerky Boys that used to cold call people on the phone? That comedy, that crank call? Oh, he said some very vicious things. Well, let me ask you, what is a vicious thing? What could a vicious thing be? For someone that's tapped into their all-natural being, there's not a lot on that list. Gotta tell you, not a lot. Right? Because we know the crowd is nuts. The herdlings, the hive mind. Bzzz, right? Army ants. Oh. Right? Marching around. Nose up someone else's butt, waiting to see which way to turn. But not for you and me. Not when we channel our all-natural being. It's as if we're resistant to weathering. We don't care what happens on the outside. We know what makes us happy. We know what makes us congruent. We know within our own hearts what grand harmony, what Wudang means. Even if you never get a chance to travel to China, even if you never get to go to the mountain. Wudang, grand harmony. So what's your access into that grand harmony? What's your vibe? What's your alley in? Because when you recall that, that's all meditation is. So let's do this. We're going to run to another quick break. I really thought I said bat crap crazy. All right, we're going to run to a quick break, and then we're going to look at reboot your brain. We should probably do the anaerobic aphorism for this morning as well. Reboot your brain. Oh, here's one of my favorite ones. Breathe and believe. Ooh, brah, you rhymed there. And then, meditation doesn't give you anything. It helps you get rid of. When people say, what do I get if I meditate? Zero. You get nothing. People say, I can't wait to start my meditation program. I'm going to get all kinds of stuff. No, you don't. You don't get anything. You get rid of a bunch of stuff. Some tchotchke, right? We're like philosophical mental pack rats. We're all hoarders. We've got all, right, binge thinking. Years of binge thinking. We've got all these ideas that pack in around. The all-natural being is in there like, help me. Like that little fly. Help me. Right? All-natural being, it's not going to force itself out. That's not the way this gig works. It just sits there like the Maytag repairman in those own commercials waiting for you to call. Waiting for you to call. Waiting for the phone to ring. Right? Staring at it. Get the little lights up. All-natural beings ready to grab the call right away and go, I'm in. Thanks for calling me off the sideline. Now we're going to take off. So you don't get anything with meditation. You get rid of everything that isn't you. You get rid of all the inauthentic, all the bubble wrap that's choking you out and holding you down. All right. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy. How much longer will you let them hijack your head and your heart?
How much longer? Look, don't get me wrong. There are folks, the hive, the herd, whatever you want to call them, their minds are tailored for the treadmill. God love them. But that's not for you and me. Our minds weren't designed to be on the moving walkway at O'Hare. Right? What fun is that? The labyrinth. The yeses and nos, the lunges and lapses, the ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights, the pivots, the swerves. Never a dead end, only a cul-de-sac. That's what life means. Or we could be, I mentioned cicadas earlier, we could be like the cicadas. Billions of them released. Because their whole motif is that, well, if we release 1 billion, like a handful of us will get free. They'll eat everybody else. It's the same thing as why you see these little fish in the ocean swim in these huge schools. Well, because the predators aren't going to be able to knock off every one of us. One of us ought to be able to make it out of here. Well, that's the same motif cicadas use. And if you look at the herd, you look at the hive minds, they're like, let's just go with the flow. You know, just life. Doesn't have to be all that special. It can be a battle. It can be drudgery. It can be this. It can be that. I can live the stressed life. But here's the deal. Stress, just another package we signed for. Stress, just another bag. Just another bag we pick up, like we're bellmen. And when we pick up outside opinion, what other people tell us is right or wrong in our lives, we're just like bellmen at a hotel.
Can I take those bags up for you? I have a luggage cart.
Well, who says our minds are supposed to be luggage carts? You got all these bad crap crazy people running around.
Yeah, I've got some luggage. Can you take it to the 11th floor for me?
No. Carry your own bag, dorkwad. But no, we go, oh no, I got to take that in. I got to let people, I'm a pin cushion. That's what I do. I accept pins. I saw this. Sorry, I thought of you. I thought of the show this morning. I saw something on Facebook, if other people were on there and they saw it, where a guy decides it would be a good idea to put on a ski mask and I guess some mittens and a pair of boxer shorts and then jump into a cactus. Straight up into a cactus. And the caption says, guy dives in the cactus and instantly regrets it. Oh, you think so? He didn't even move. Now, I didn't watch the video because I was like, oh, man. That's what it's like when we let ourselves be treated like a pincushion. We got these little cactus spurs sticking out of us. Well, that's not what we're here for. It may be normal, but that's not natural. It's not what we're here to do, not what we're here to be. You're here to be happy. You're here to smile like you mean it. And this is no Pollyanna nonsense. No, don't be motivated. Don't be inspired. For goodness sakes, I don't have negative things to say about you. Why would you call me a motivational speaker? Stop with that. Come on. I don't throw you under the bus, do I? This isn't meant to be motivational. It's not meant to be inspirational. It just is. It just is. You were born to smile. You were born to be happy. You weren't like one of these cicadas.
Well, there's 1 billion of us. Maybe 7 will get to be happy. The rest of us, we're just waiting for the squirrels to eat us.
No! That's not what it's supposed to be. So let me ask you again. What's it going to take for you to play catch? What is it in your life that you have an absolute ball doing? Now, just anticipating, as I will, the emails that I'll receive going,
well, surely you're not suggesting that if someone likes being mean to someone else.
Yes, before you send the email, that's exactly what I'm saying. Sure, why not? Of course, I'm not suggesting if you're a sadist, if you're a masochist, I'm pretty certain, I'm pretty sure I'm not suggesting that. But if you can do it without being injurious to someone else. Now, here's the thing. We say being injurious to someone else. If their opinion is contrary to yours and you can do it without physically hurting someone else, if it's injurious to their opinion of what they think you should be, I just like to take those Venus flytraps and put them, their potted selves, on a shelf far, far away. Let them capture someone else. But what does it take to make you happy? What do you dig? What thrills you? What grabs your spine? What makes the hair on the back of your arms, your neck, goosebumps? Sometimes I get them on my legs. What does that for you? That's what we're going to focus on. Which is why it's easy for me to say that the best way to reboot your brain, right? Anaerobic aphorism, I said we get to it. It is, it's got to be the bottom. Oh, look at that. It's past the bottom of the hour. It isn't failure if it doesn't derail you. We don't fail as long as we stick to playing catch. We don't fail as long as we follow our heart. We know what makes us happy. We smile like we mean it. When was the last time you smiled like you mean it? When was the last time? Now, be forewarned, this is a psychological tactic. I'm using it to scam you. No, not like grocery stores. You ever go into a grocery store and all you want is like a little bit of milk, maybe some eggs, you want something like that, and they make you walk all the way back to the store, so you have to run the gauntlet from all the crap they have piled up on these pallets. Oh, instant savings, instant markdown. I just want some milk. I just want to get a couple of eggs for breakfast. Would that be?
Oh, no. We have all of our daily deals.
Ever notice that? Pick a grocery store. If I ever find a grocery store that puts the milk and the eggs right up front, I'm never shopping anywhere else. I'm never. So if you know of a store, wherever you live, let me know. I'll come to your place and start doing grocery shopping. Right? Think about it. Not that kind of psychological scam. Here's how I am scamming you, though. When I ask you, hey, just smile like you mean it, countless, I mean countless research studies now, just like with your breath, which is why we focus on being your best, the best acronym, breathe in, exhale, scan your horizon, think, talk, take action, say thanks, tap into your energy, whatever you want. It's because we know that emotion is tied to breath. So I'm being sneaky. When I ask you, hey, when was the last time you smiled like you mean it? It's because when you smile, the same thing happens. Same thing. Your body goes, wait a minute. That's a hell of a smile I've got going on up and out there. There must be something cool. So it's chicken or the egg, or the horse or the cart, tomato, I guess. When we smile like we mean it, the body goes, well, that's refreshing. And then the blind spots start to fall away. The amnesia, that part of you that's forgotten who you ultimately are, it fades away, and your all-natural being's like, that's what I'm talking about. That's it. Bring it, baby. That's it. Smiling like you mean it. It's that simple.
Oh, no, Brad. All kinds of stuff you're going to learn from meditation. You're going to learn all these things.
Nope. More bat crap crazy. And, as I say all the time, any guru, any meditation expert that would like to come on and challenge, 331-684-7685, 331-684-SOUL. I got to get that picture out of my mind. 331-684-SOUL, or over at allnaturalbeing.com, unlockmetahumans.com, revisingsuperhumans.com. You get where I'm going with this. It all comes to me. Give me an email. I'll send you my email back. We'll hook up that way. But why do I say to reboot your brain? How do we do it? Pretty simple. Do you need a degree in neuroscience? No. Need to be a psychiatrist? Lord help us, no. Need to be a therapist, licensed clinical something? No. A great point for the disclaimer, or great part. Neither am I. God love you, right? God love us both, right? Don't need any of that. The divine love you, however you define it. Don't need any of that. You know what you need? Gratitude. But why gratitude? Why is gratitude getting all the limelight now? Because gratitude reconnects you to your all-natural being. No hooey. No gymnastics. No any of these other things. You want gymnastics? Watch NBC. Watch their run of commercials, and every so often you'll be able to see some gymnastics wedged in with all their commercials. That would be the way to do it. We don't need that. When we're grateful for having been put here in the first place, our all-natural being goes, wait a minute, kind of like Brash. If you pick up the ball, you just, even if like you're cleaning, you pick up the ball, Brash's tail is wagging, he's like, he's got the ball, he's got the ball, he's got the ball. I think we're ready to go. I think we're out of here. Well, it's the same thing when you're grateful. Same thing when you smile like you mean it. Your all-natural being, just like Guru Brash, is sitting there going, all right, I think she's onto it. I think we know what we're going to do. We're smiling. We're grateful. We have compassion. We're forgiving everyone around us because everyone around us doesn't get to touch our all-natural being anyway. So what did they really do to offend us? Zero, zip, zilch show. That's why if you want to reboot your brain, just be thankful. Every morning. Sometimes Ash will say, what's going on this morning? Nothing. Just sitting here. Thankful that I made it through another night. Thankful I get another run at the labyrinth. Could have tapped out. All kinds of people do. I made it here. Another day. Sun's coming up. Even if it's storming, it's got to be there somewhere. And when you're thankful, your all-natural being goes, now she gets it. Now he's on the ball. So that's why the best way to reboot your brain is to be thankful. Find those things you're thankful for. It's a small little list in the beginning. It's not that your list doesn't have enough to put on it. We're just not aware of all the things that we should be thankful for, which is why I promise every time if you start putting 1 or 2 or 3 down, you won't be able to stop the pen, the crayon, the marker, your pencil, whatever it is, you won't be able to stop it. If you really put your focus, 20 seconds, I'd love it if it were 20 minutes. 20-minute victory. Give me 1/72 of your day. Although, and now a word from our sponsor. Oh, did you know 20-minute victories are scalable and stackable? There you go. Film at 11. You can scale them. You can stack them any way you like. But if for just 20 minutes, write down all the things that you have to be grateful for. There's the way to reboot your brain. Oh, Bride, don't I need an fMRI? Don't I need a neuroscientist? Don't I need a deep sleep chamber? No. Because if you're into that kind of thing, sure, run along. But how can you reboot your brain? Be thankful that you were given a brain, however you came to be in possession of it. Big Bang or Big Breath, aliens or the Almighty, gravity, God, however you want to target, you're divine. When we're at least grateful that we still have a brain, there's your reboot. And your brain goes, wait a minute. The mind kept telling me that I had to worry about everything on my bucket list, that I would be happy one day. Not right now. And then all-natural being goes, I've been sitting here all along, pal. I've been sitting here all along, sis. What do you want from me? You're the one that was distracted this whole time. I've just been here, waiting to come off the sidelines. Put me in the game. Let's go. Undulate, undulate, undulate. Let's get out of here. It all begins when you focus on what you're grateful for. When you smile like you mean it. That's how you reboot your brain. Save your knees, your low back, your tuchus. You don't have to get a special pillow to be able to do this. And for all the people who go, well, I just bought a special pillow. Great. You might just be able to lie back and put your head on it, get nice and comfortable every so often if you need a little bit of a break, but you don't need it to reboot your brain. Be grateful for what you've already been given, and your brain springs to life. All right, quick break. I think it's quick break. Yeah, let's go right down here. And then we're going to come back with the final 2, Breathe and Believe, and meditation. It's all about what you get rid of, not what you get.
You're listening to All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy. Because it's never too late to take your life back.
Never too late, even though we know time is flying by. It's never too late. If you and I are here, hourglass is dumping sand as we speak. At least the top part of the hourglass is dumping sand as we speak. 331-684-7685, 331-684-SOUL. You got any questions? We're going to start next week with a group question and answer. We're going to start with a group call. Anyone listening on the show, it's free. You're welcome to come in. We'll announce the day and time. So it's really just like this, I guess. Although it'll be a phone call. You can call in and we'll ask questions. We'll hang out together. We'll figure it out. But we're going to be announcing a little later in the week when that's going to go down. But our question and answer session, see if we can't jumpstart a little bit of this reconnecting with your all-natural being. See if we can't demystify meditation and mindfulness. And why I call it elite mindfulness Why? Because it's all the benefits without all the BS. That's what I learned in China. That's what I learned in the cave. That's what I learned with all these masters. Grand harmony. You with the labyrinth. That's it. And when you can do that, when you're reconnected to your all-natural being, when you've dovetailed your own heart with your own head, checkmate. You just beat fate. And now, spend the rest of your day manifesting your destiny, fulfilling your destiny, if that term manifesting your destiny is too politically correct or incorrect for you, however we look at it. All right, we talked earlier about how gratitude reboots your brain. In this segment, we're just talking quickly about breath. Breathe to believe. And if smiling and being grateful physiologically alters who you are in your core, so does breathing. Which is why I say all the time, for the best acronym, breathe in. A breath that you can feel. A breath that just expands your lower rib cage. Feels like your navel's just taken off for the neighbor's house. Inhale as deep a breath as you can get. And to be honest, I like to hold it for a second or two. Now, this is what I'm supposed to say. Make sure if you have trouble breathing, consult your doctor before you try any of this. So if you have a medical doctor, your family specialist, check with him or her. Make sure it's okay to breathe. Maybe they should write us a little note. In any event, take in a nice deep breath. Fill your lungs. It feels like filling your stomach. I like to hold it for a second or two. You work to get all that air in. Enjoy it. And then you get to that point when you're ready. Exhale. And it's as if, sometimes when I first started this, I would lie on the floor and I would put a book or a 5-pound plate from the gym or a ball. But imagine that as you exhale, that plate, that book, that ball, works great if you got a 2-year-old. Have him rehearse it on your stomach. As you exhale, it's if it's that thing on your navel is going to compress into your spine. Feel it blow all the way out. We don't want any cobwebs. Feel that exhale go all the way out. So much so that when you're ready for the next inhale, it's almost like it pops open. Now I know you have one full cycle. Inhale, exhale. Then with the benefit, physiological benefit, because here's the thing, when fight or flight kicks in, when those triggers present themselves, you and I are supposed to be shallow breathing. We're supposed to be like, oh, caught me off guard. But when we take a second to take that full breath in, that full breath out, the body goes, wait a minute. I don't know. Must not be the threat I first thought, because she's taken the time to take a deep breath. Hold on here. And then that way you've got no blind spots, no colored glasses, whatever they are, rose or murky, whatever color you want. You're seeing, when you scan the horizon in that second, you're seeing it as it truly is, outside of all the chemicals. If this is a fight or flight scenario, outside of all those chemicals. Because ultimately, when you and I decide, hey, my mind works for me, I don't work for it, then you get to say, those chemicals work for me. Well, I don't work for those chemicals. Those chemicals don't decide whether I get all worked up or not, the fight or flight or freeze. Right? So when we take in that deep breath, exhale fully, our body goes, wait a minute, what's going on here? Then, oddly enough, that's when you scan the horizon. The brain says, what's going on here? Go, hey, hold on, needle nits. I got an answer. Here's what we're doing. Let me see what's going on with no panic, no anything, no extra chemicals. Let me see what's going on right here. My periphery, 360. No tunnel vision, right? You hear people say all the time, yes. See people say all the time, oh, whenever you're spooked by something, you're scared by something, you instantly threatened by something, you get tunnel vision. When we let our eyes kind of move around, up and down, move to the left, move right, we're scanning our horizon. That's another signal for the body. The body goes, now hold on a second. This is all weird. We're supposed to have shallow breathing. It's been my experience in the past. It's like looking through a paper towel roll, empty paper towel roll holder, those cardboard things. I'm only supposed to be seeing like a golf ball size. Everything else is supposed to be a blur. But he's taken a full breath. She's looking everywhere. Something's going on here. And then, ta-da! That's when we think. That's when we talk. That's when we take action. And if it's not a fight or flight scenario, that's when we're thankful for what we just realized with full peripheral vision, with the benefit of a full cycle, inhale and exhale. We realize what's going on around us. That, my friends, is meditation. Plain and simple. Breathe in, exhale, pay attention to what's going on, scan your horizon, and then take action. Is it something that benefits you? Have it in for tea. If it doesn't benefit you, don't open the door. Don't sign for the package. Leave it alongside the road. Put it in the rearview mirror. Throw some gravel. You get where I'm going with this. So when we take the time to breathe, there's really something to it. No hocus pocus. Nothing more than that. We just say to that portion of our mind that wants us to get all worked up, go, you work for me. Thanks for the email, but I'm not going to get worked up about it. I got this. I'm going to let my all-natural being, I'm going to let my meta-human, I'm going to let my inner superhuman handle this. You take a break. Head outside. Get some fresh air. All right, we'll be right back.
No self-help industry tactics here. You're listening to The Real Deal. Brian Brawdy with All Natural Being on IPM Nation.
You're listening to The Real Deal. You know why this is a real deal? Because we're talking about the real you. Nothing special about me. I've been doing this for 30 years, but it's nothing anyone else couldn't have done. No rock star status with me. No more so than you should have for yourself. You remember who you are, then you and I are on the same playing field. That's all there is. Which is why it's so important to think about meditation. Now, I want to pull up this article very quickly, if that's okay with you. Now, I'm not going to say where the article comes from because I'm not here to slam anybody. Doesn't matter. I simply want to call to our attention some of the things, right? Read into it what you will. That it made it in the self-help industry tactics section. Self-help industry tactics. Higher consciousness cartel. A big business behind the motivation industrial complex. Oh, here's number 1 on the list. If you meditate, you sleep better. Oh, that sounds good. Who wouldn't want to sleep better? Well, of course we're going to sleep better. When we reconnect to our all-natural being is like, what a great day. You're still here. Let all the bat crap crazy people, let them echolocate, figure out where they are, what opinion they have, whatever's blowing on the wind. You're going to sleep like a baby. Well, that's what happens when you remember who you are. Your all-natural being. It says less stress makes more room for happiness. You think? What do we have to be stressed about? When we can reconnect to our natural being, what's the stress? The stress doesn't get through. It can't. It can't. Our all-natural being isn't affected by stress. It says here, one of the benefits, more mindful meals. No more stress eating. Whenever I hear stress eating, I think of just like binge thinking. We just think to have thoughts. We got a mind, we got to use it. We got a mouth, we got to use it. You're all natural being. You're connected. No stress. Good night's sleep. I'll eat when I'm hungry. Not grabbing me right now. Thanks anyways. It says that you have reduced pain and you heal faster. I believe of that. Using our breath, we remember who we are. Our body isn't philosophically acidic, if you will. All kinds of studies, all kinds of research backing that up. Another one that they have, send worries packing. Well, you get to beat anxiety. Well, this dovetails, if you're with me, this dovetails with less stress. Beat anxiety. There's nothing to beat. I love this term. Oh, we're going to beat anxiety. Or you're going to beat it. So you're going to use anxiety to beat anxiety. You remember your all-natural being. What is there to be anxious about? Send worries packing. Well, why not? Why accept them in the first place? You're not a bellman. Let them carry their own bags. Bad crap crazies. Oh, I like this. It says you smile more. Well, why wouldn't you? You remember who you are. You're all-natural being. You're firing on all cylinders. This is an engine ready to go. It's fantastic. Of course we smile more. No reason to be depressed. We remember who we are. And even if that depression, we talked before about depression as if you're pushing down on something, can't touch your core. Your core is out of bounds. Your all-natural being, out of bounds. No anxiety, no stress, no crap, no nothing, no pins. Your all-natural being, out of bounds. For all the craziness going on in the herd, in the hive. It says you get to relax. I'm all over relaxing. You tap in your all-natural being. When you remember who you are, there's no need for stress. There's no need for anxiety. Then, of course, you're relaxing. One would think. Enhance your love life. Here's another thing you get. You get, their quotes, not mine, when you meditate. You enhance your love life. I think, and I've said countless times now, that if you're lonely, it's because you've forgotten who you are. And when you remember who you are, when you remember your all-natural being, if I were running a dating service, if I were a coach, heaven help us, if I were a coach trying to teach people how to find their soulmate, how to find love in their life, we'd start with your all-natural being. You don't want your fake self finding love in life, because then when you wake up one day, you got two fakes. It's like what? Oh, so you have one piece of plastic banana, and then I'll have another piece of plastic apple, but I can make edible fruit salad out of that? No. You still got plastic. You still got wax fruit. But if you're looking for that love in your life, make yourself that love of your life first. Tap into your authentic, all-natural being. And then watch the phone ring off the hook. Watch the emails light up. You'll see. We talked before about charisma. That's it. Your all-natural being. It says here, leads to a successful life. A clear path to achieving your goals. And this is probably what set me off on this article, to be honest. A clear path to achieving your goals. With your all-natural being, you've already achieved life's goals. You remember who you are. The rest makes life a motif. We have a motif. Here's what we're going to envelop ourselves in while we're here. If you're going to use a carrot, take it off the stick, put it in the blender. A little sprig of peppermint. Make some carrot juice. When we meditate, it's not about what we get. It's about what we get rid of. All the blocks, all the blind spots, all the amnesia, all the bubble wrap, all the bad crap craziness, keeping us from remembering who we ultimately are. So I want to end with this today. We've got about a minute left. Is today the day? Is today the day you go, I don't need the bubble wrap. Thanks. Is today the day you go, no. I'm not like that guy that's going to jump head on in a pair of boxers, pair of briefs, whatever you wear. Face on into a cactus. Good Lord. Is today the day you say, no more? I haven't failed. It hasn't derailed me. I'm still going to have a ball. I'm going to have a blast. I'm going to smile like I mean it. Is today the day you remember who you ultimately are? Because if today is the day, today's the birthday. Today's the day you should mark on the calendar and go, yes. because life's going to be an easy gig. The labyrinth is going to be an easy gig from this instant forward. Always smooth sailing? No, of course not. But it's going to be an easy gig. We'll be taking calls next week, my friend. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you as always. I know that an hour, that's like 3 20-minute victories. That's a huge chunk of your day. And I want to thank you for making me your tag team partner. For making me someone that will be on your relay team to help make sure that we reconnect with your all-natural being, because I think you deserve it. I absolutely think the universe deserves you, the grand harmony. You are the great, 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 great grandchild of the divine, however you define it. And I'm all over today being the day that your confidence and your courage makes a huge comeback. I'm all over today being the day you remember who you truly are. All right, we got to get out of here. Sorry, IPM Nation. 35 seconds over. Talk to you later, guys. Oh, hey, I'll see you tomorrow.
You've been listening to All Natural Being with Brian Brawdy.
Join us live every Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m. Eastern.
Also, check us out around the clock at allnaturalbeing.com.
Until then, always remember to bring your own bold.
Make today the day. We'll see you tomorrow.
IPMNation.com.